I said, welcome to the Couch Potato Show. And today, we're going to talk about something that's real, something that hit home. We're going to talk about something that every parent should always pay attention to. We're going to talk about kids, which are our future. Everybody know kids are our future, and we got to look after them. One thing for certain, two things for sure. I understand what my purpose is, and that's to leave a legacy. You know what I'm saying? All right, if you got kids in your home, this is not an option. This is a responsibility. Too many people wait until it's too late, and they want to have these conversations. Today, we're going to be talking about starting the kids off early, giving them a good start. The right way is the only way, right? So, there's no need of fear. There's no need for confusion. We're going to talk about having real structure in our home, real awareness, and real guidance.
All right, good people. Let's talk about respect over curiosity. Kids are naturally curious. That's just what they do, whether it's the big ones or the little ones. We all were kids once, and we know how that go. But curiosity without guidance is where the problem begins. When something is hidden, it becomes more attractive. Wouldn't you say? That's just human nature. So instead of creating mystery, you replace it with understanding. You explain what it is, why it's serious, and why it demands respect. Don't scare them, just educate them, because a child who understands something is far less likely to misuse it than ones who's guessing.
So I just want to break down the do's and the don'ts of what you should and shouldn't do when it comes to trying to teach a young person about firearm safety. So first of all, the do's. Do let a person know that it's okay. Do be very informative. Do be as clear as possible when introducing a new person to firearms who's never been around it. The don'ts. Don't be pushy. Don't be impatient. Do not be impatient when it comes to teaching somebody who's never been around firearms. That's the don't. And don't be mad. Don't give attitude. Not everybody knows how to ride a bike right away, right?
All right. So, we're going to have to lay the law, and we're going to have to give our kids some safety rules. And it's not an option for them to follow in that. It's mandatory, right? And this is how we're going to lay the law. You're going to pull them to the side, sit them down, you know what I'm saying, in a good environment. Don't be hostile, you know what I mean? Winning them over, smooth things over. You know how to bait your kids in. That's exactly how you got to do it, right? You know what I'm saying? Be smooth with it. Be like, look, these are rules right here. They're non-negotiable. You can't take no shortcuts. There's no gray areas. There's no bending them. And it's not just this time. It's from this day forth.
All right, so let's talk safe storage at home. Let's keep it real. This is the part where it's on the adults. If it's not locked, it's not secure, period. Now, I'm going to show y'all something. This is my Valtech Life Pod. It is a lockbox for a single pistol. However, I can't bring out the big boy and show y'all the big boy, but the big boy stays locked. That's my bodyguard for the day. And for YouTube, firearm does have mag. It's clear. This is normally up, but by we are in a safe and controlled environment, it's out here with me. And there is no assumptions. Know that they know better is no chances. You control access in your house. You control the outcome. Kids should never have unsupervised access. Ever. Period. Point blank. That's not discipline. That is called prevention. When you have the access doors closed and locked like they should be. When your home is structured right, you remove all the opportunity for mistakes to happen. Think about it.
So that experience, it taught me something that anybody can be trained. That's what it taught me. It taught me that anybody can be trained, and also it taught me to not only be more patient, but also be more informative. I felt like I didn't give him enough information like I should have. I felt like I wasn't using the proper wording when teaching him or explaining to him how to do certain things. And, it definitely felt good but I definitely feel like I should have used the proper wording and been more patient and showed him a little better.
So when it comes to kids, when they start learning, it's all about observation. That's where it starts at first. So you got to observe them observing you. They watch first, they listen second. Then they might understand first. You know what I'm saying? So show them, talk to them, tell them about it. Let them reenact what you teaching them. And if they mess up, go back all over it again. That's repetition, right? In a controlled environment, one-on-one, and it's intentional with no distractions, no second guessing, no rushing the process. Tell them to take their time. It's not a race.
All right, so let's talk range, discipline, and behavior. The range is not a playground, so don't let your child treat it as such. If you're taking them to the range to give them education, just know when they're in the range, it is the classroom. Every moment matters from this point. Every moment matters. You listen, you stay aware, you respect not just what you're doing, but everybody around you, because it's people all over the place, depending on the time of day and what you got going on up in there. Eyes focus. So sometimes you got to lean in. Hey, eyes front, sir, ma'am. Sometimes you got to tell them that. Keep them ears covered. Keep your mind locked in on what you're doing. Don't worry about what's going around you, meaning no distractions, no playing around. Once again, not a playground. And what the kids learn here carries with them everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Discipline, patience, and accountability. That's the big three. Discipline, patience, and accountability. Yeah.
I needed help with somebody holding my phone while I get some good video content in. But then I thought about it and I was like, why not? Would you like to shoot? And the young person I brought was like, wow, really? And I was like, yeah, why not? So, not only did that inspire me to continue bringing that person to the range, but I feel like all youth needs to learn the basics of firearms. Like, I'm very big on that. A lot of people don't know that, but I'm very big on the youth learning a lot about firearm safety, because it's more than what the community is, more than what these rap videos and movies um put out. It's more than that. Not all youth is bad, and that's what inspires me to get more youth as far as like getting them to train, because there's an image that is portrayed out there, but not all youth is the same. Not all youth is bad.
So at the end of the day, it's not about raising little shooters. It's all about raising awareness. It's all about teaching discipline. It's all about making your child become an individual on his own and be able to think and process through certain situations without asking questions. Because like I said before, you're not going to always be there. You can't hold their hand every step of the way. So sit them down, have them real conversations, and make sure they structured. And just lead by example. Because they watching you. Whether you realize it or not, they watching you. And I can't emphasize that enough. They always got their eyes on you. They might be playing the game, looking at TV, scrolling through YouTube. They hear everything you say. They smell everything. They hear everything. They see everything. Kids shop, man. They absorb knowledge like sponges. Believe it or not, and they're not going to show you who they really are when they're in front of you. So when they're away from you, best believe they act a totally different way. So just keep preaching, preaching, preaching. Keep practicing, practicing, practicing. And repetition is the key. And you can mold your child the way you want them to be. But don't try to live your life through your child. I emphasize that a lot. Let them be themselves. Let them grow up to be who they really want to be. But have a strong impact and influence on them. And outside of this, I'm going to say this. Teach your kids some manners, man, because there's too many of these YNs out here that don't have manners. Or young bucks, or Little kids, they don't have no manners, man. We need to take it back to back in the day when they respecting their elders and know how to have manners and know how to speak to somebody the proper way. It's okay to have that slang and talk how they talk around their friends and their peers, but when they're in front of adults, they need to know how to talk with their head up high, their chest out, make eye contact, and be very respectable. But I'm not gonna keep preaching to you. It's your boy CP, and I'm out.
What I learned is you can't force somebody to be ready. You can't force a person to be ready. I'm not saying I was forcing, that young person to, the youth to be ready, but I just wanted him to know that all you have to do is pull the trigger, everything will be okay. But I felt like I shouldn't have been so much pushy, but it's what he needed. And, going forward, look at him now. He's turning into a good, experienced person now.